Welcome to Ignite Possibilities with Coach Loice. This is the show focusing on the woman. We want to talk about her wellness, her mental health. Welcome. Today we have an interesting, fascinating woman, Sarah. I'll ask her to introduce herself.
Thank you, Loice, for that warm welcome. My name is Sarah Karioki. I am a woman. Whether I'm fascinating or not, we will discover shortly. I am a mental wellness consultant, and we will get to hear how I landed here. But I'm very happy and excited to be here having this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Amazing, amazing introduction. It's interesting to the way you have put it, mental wellness. Wow, that's something. Where did you start?
Right. This is a very personal journey, how I ended up in mental wellness. And I don't know whether we should start defining really what this thing is.
People may not understand what is this mental wellness in the first place. Yes.
So there is it has become a very common term, mental wellness, mental health, mental this and that.
Yes.
But how I approach the subject of mental wellness is that mental wellness is an internal resource that guides how we think, how we feel, how we act. It is a compass that we all ought to have that guides our life day by day. That's one way. Another way I look at it is that mental wellness is an active process of growth, resilience, and flourishing.
Wow.
So it is not a destination. It is something we continue to work towards, something we build inside of us. It is something that we nourish inside of us to keep it healthy so that we are able to rely on it as a resource when we need it to come through for us.
Wow. Okay. That's powerful.
Yeah. Yes. So that's mental wellness.
I love that. The words you are using.
Right.
Nourishing. Flourishing. Thriving. That's the path of becoming.
Exactly. So how I ended up in this field, sometimes I hesitate to call it a career because it has not become a way of being.
Exactly.
So it is not something I put aside and then resume my life. It is something that permeates every waking and sleeping moment of my life.
Every area of your life.
So wellness has become a way of being. How I ended up here, I have been curious throughout my life, from when I can remember, about why some people seem to do better than others.
Exactly.
Yes. Why are some people happier than others? Why do some people seem to glide over issues and others seem to be drowned by those issues? So that had always been a curiosity in me. And then when I became an adult and started what we call adulting, it proved challenging. And I was like, okay, I'm ticking every box, but I'm not feeling really fulfilled and happy. So what is lacking?
What's
really?
lacking?
What is this thing that...
You seem to be doing well in every area of your life. But deep within you, something is not ignited. There's
a spark missing.
There's a spark missing.
So the more I introspected, the more I realized actually I'm deficient. I'm deficient. There are some secrets I don't seem to know about happiness, about joy, about these things. And so I started digging deeper. Then I discovered, you can actually go to school and study the mind, the human mind, and find out what really goes on inside, this skull.
I like that. I like that, Sarah. Because in school we learn so many things. We through the education system, but we don't get to study the mind.
No, we don't.
We're not taught that. Wow.
And honestly, I believe it should be in the curriculum from pre-prep.
Exactly.
From the early years. So I went back to school and I picked up psychology, because that was the closest thing I found that would get
you into that space.
Exactly. So I ended up doing so many courses, including a master's program in psychology. Yes. Now, I thought psychology would give me the answers, but I remember one of my professors because I put that as the reason why I'm seeking psychology. I want to find the answers to life's big questions.
Yes.
And she told me, I'm sorry, Sarah, but we are going to disappoint you, because by the end of this program, you're going to have more questions than answers.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So when she told me that, sure enough, at the end of 2.5 years,
Yes.
which is how long my course took,
Yes.
I had more questions than answers. Then it dawned on me that what I am looking for is alchemy. It's something that borders on alchemy. It's neither a science, it's not an art.
Yes.
It's something mystical. There's some mystical nature to it.
Yes.
And that was many years ago. That was over 10 years ago. Now I know that I was looking for a journey, not a destination. What I was looking for was not I thought it was a destination.
Yes, but now you realize it's a journey. And a journey is not a straight line.
No.
It's twists and turns all around it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wow. We are coming to understand where you came from.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start this career?
Motherhood.
Yes.
When I became a mom, I realized how inadequate I was to raise a generation.
That's true.
So for me, it wasn't about the 2 children God gave me.
Yes.
I saw a whole generation. I saw worlds that had been given to me, because each child is a potential world. Each human being is a potential world with a lot of potential in it, that they have the ability to, do marvelous things.
Amazing.
Yeah, think of any famous person. They started off as a child.
As a child. Yes.
So I thought, oh my goodness, I am inadequate. I don't think I have what it takes to bring out the best in these 2 children. So I decided I'm going to equip myself. So my children were my inspiration.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you've told us you are mother.
Yeah.
So I also imagine you are married.
Yes, I am.
And you are raising a family. And I love the way you've said it's a generation, because there's so much potential with all these children.
Yeah.
Have you had any challenges in your life? Any challenges in this journey of becoming, this journey of being?
Yeah.
Yes.
The challenges have been many. The one that springs to mind is how hard it hit me that I cannot raise a healthy family if I am unhealthy.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So I cannot give what I don't have.
Exactly. You must fill your cup.
I must fill my cup. So for me to fill my cup, first I had to empty it of a lot of trash.
I love that. First of all, you had to empty lots of trash.
Yeah.
So many things that were in there that were not going to help you in this journey.
They were not going to support the journey. So I had to do a lot of emptying. And what was the trash? It's limiting beliefs. It's trauma that you carry from whatever journey you've walked. It's voices in your head that tell you who you ought to be and who you are, that you feel is contrary to what you believe you can be.
I like that.
You see?
Yes.
So I had to empty my cup of all those things, then start filling it with the right things.
Before when you move on, that was self-awareness.
Oh my goodness, you can say that again.
Whole world on its own.
Yeah.
Just getting to know you.
Yeah.
Getting to know that I am Sarah, I am Loice.
Yeah.
And I have my own, not what I've been conditioned or programmed to believe I am, but now to unveil the real me, authentic Sarah.
Yeah.
Wow, tell us more.
You see, we are talking about wellness.
Yes.
We are calling it an internal resource.
Yes.
So someone has to build that internal resource. Resources don't drop from the air.
Exactly.
Yes. Especially on us human beings. We have to build these resources. Yes. So ideally, when you're a child, someone recognizes that and does it for you. Okay. Every parent is well-meaning. Yes. So they do the best that they can to build these inner resources.
Yes.
However, because of their own limitations, they may not build it up to the level that enables you to live a flourishing. Yes. So many of us I would say 90% have a survival kit. So we are very well equipped with a survival kit. Okay, how to survive this, how to survive poverty, how to survive danger, how to survive this. As long as you're on survival mode, you can't flourish.
Wow, that's powerful.
So you find that the resources we have help us survive, but that goes up to a certain point. The point at which your life reaches and you need to flourish, then it's no longer serving you. So now you are inadequate, and that's where I found myself. When I say I was inadequate, it means my survival kit was no longer gonna serve the next stage of life I was entering. So I had to switch. You see,
that's very true. Wow. Now we've talked about this step. You had to step out of this limiting beliefs and step up to that greatness within you, knowing who Sarah is, what Sarah wants, who she wants to become, and it's a journey connecting with your lost self.
Exactly. A buried you, the you that was buried so deep below, and covered by so many things, and I must say here, Lois, that it usually sounds very lovely when you describe it, using these big words, but it's a very painful process.
It's a painful process.
And it takes a lot of courage to face that pain and to be willing to bear it, because then you have reached a point where you're like, there is no other way.
It is true.
I want to flourish. I don't want to survive anymore. So you have to bear the pain.
I get that. And now I'm looking at that now. You've gone through that process. You've come to understand yourself. And now you have to sustain this. What are your daily habits that you practice that help you now to stay on course and to stay grounded because you want to maintain that wellness?
Correct.
And we talked about holistic wellness. So how do you do this, Sarah?
Right. I really like that question, because the second part of my definition was that wellness is an active process. Okay. So it's a process.
It's a process.
It's not an event.
It's not an event.
Okay.
Tell us more.
It's an active process in that what I faced yesterday required me to turn up a certain way. What I may have to do today requires me to show up either at a different level, wear a different shoe, and so on and so forth. So it's an active process. Wellness becomes an active process. Yesterday, I may have been injured. For example, maybe someone said something hurtful. I mean, I'm only human, so I felt a certain type of way. I have to find a way to recover from that.
Let's go back to the habits.
What
habits have you prioritized in your life just to keep you grounded?
My greatest one is prayer and meditation. Meditating on God's word. I know meditation is another big word in the wellness industry. And I would say meditation takes whatever form you feel works for you. So for me, the meditation in form of prayer and listening to God's word is what works for me. It has really been a useful tool. I always
say that prayer is the greatest meditation. Because in that moment you are focusing on the here and now. You are really focused on the present moment. And you are communicating to that higher being. And it's a moment of surrender.
That's the thing. And why I love the word, reading the word, is because in the word I find the definition of who I am.
Oh my goodness.
It tells me, it shows me the journey, it shows me the becoming. It shows me at any point, this is who you're becoming. You're like Sarah, you're like Queen Esther, like Rahab. So it really enriches my life. So I would say prayer and meditation on God's word has really been a useful tool. Another momentous tool has been good nutrition.
Good nutrition. Beautiful. Tell us more.
Good nutrition. I took time to research on what nutrition, what value, what nutrients do I need as a woman to be healthy?
About the woman.
The woman. Okay? What do I need to do to be healthy? Lois, you'll agree with me that women tend to really neglect their health.
That's true.
So if you serve meat and it's running out in the house, you've served and there is not enough, what do you do? Everyone serves, gets a plate of meat, and you're like, no, it's okay.
It's okay.
Sinyama imeisha.
Let the others eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you end up not eating protein that day.
Yes, because we are we nourish others, we nurture others.
Yes.
So it's okay. You, my child, eat first.
Exactly.
My husband, eat first.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even in our traditional society, you give the man the best piece.
Thank you. Thank you. And we carried it on. It is so ingrained in us. It's unbelievable. So it dawned on me how malnourished actually you can end up being in the house. Remember, we also have cycles. So what you need in your reproductive cycle will change when you become perimenopausal, will change when you become menopausal. So I took it upon myself to, and we will get to that later, where I decided I'll nourish my body.
Wow.
So wellness, like you said, holistic wellness is not just about the mind, the body as well. Yeah, because Lois, holistic means we are body, we are mind, and we are soul.
I love it.
So as long as those three parts are well, then you are in harmony. The whole being is in harmony. If you take care of the soul and you've neglected the spirit or the mind, you're not in harmony.
And that's why we find sometimes women, they are so much into the spiritual.
Yes.
They are there in the kesha.
Yes.
They are there in their ministry.
Yes.
But they neglect themselves.
Exactly. Their bodies are.
And you stay within a body.
Yes.
The soul
It's a temple.
Yes, the temple.
It's a temple.
Oh my
So you cannot neglect the temple and expect things to be okay. So the first one, you have taken care of the soul man.
Yes.
The second one, you've taken care of the body.
Yes.
Now the mind.
The mind
is a minefield.
Wow.
The mind is a minefield. Yes. Because it carries your sense of who you are. That's where you carry all these things we are talking about, trauma, pain, whatever it is. Okay.
It's in the mind.
It's in the mind. So we really must pay attention to the mind. So what I do for the mind, if I nurture relationships around me, then those relationships actually nourish me in return.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my children, my husband, if they are my friends and there's harmony at home, then I am also getting nourished and replenished in that environment.
And this brings in the aspect of intentionality.
That's the thing.
You must be intentional. It won't just happen.
No.
You create it.
You have to. Wow. You have to sit down and ask, where do I want to go? What do I want to see?
Yes.
And how is it serving me?
Wow.
What will I get out of it?
What's in there?
What is in it for me?
Yeah.
So I realized it is actually to my betterment if the environment at home is peaceful. The other thing I did was invest in a few good friendships. But friendships take time to build and to maintain.
You have to nurture them. It doesn't just happen.
No.
Yes.
No.
You have to nourish. Now, I don't know, maybe I'll take you back.
Yeah.
Is there any significant adversity?
Yeah, so that's the part I said we would get back to how I ended up really interested in nutrition, one of the reasons.
Yes.
So when I was 39 years old, I discovered I had lived with undiagnosed endometriosis.
Oh, okay.
I did not know for many years.
Wow.
But since I was a teenager, I had always suffered very painful menses.
Maybe we can enlighten our audience by knowing even what are the symptoms.
Right.
Yes.
So endometriosis is a reproductive condition where you have very painful periods.
Monthly periods.
The monthly cycle. So the periods are very painful and debilitating.
Oh my goodness.
So painful to the level that it almost cripples you. You can't go about your life.
And I have noticed that. I remember even in high school, I used to have girls suffering.
Yes.
The days they are on the cycle, they would not even attend class.
Yes. So I was one of those girls.
You are one of those girls.
Yes.
And I used to wonder, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You know the way we judge people?
Yeah. So, and I did get that judgment. So I remember my teachers, the school nurse, and some of those teachers would think I'm just looking for an excuse to go home.
And that's what they do.
Yeah. So they would call home, and my parents would say buy her painkillers, because ignorance, to check what is really going on. Because how is a 17-year-old so in so much pain that she can't go to class? She must be either seeking attention, or she doesn't want to attend classes. So anyway, I went on like that until I had my babies. I finished having babies, but the pain was always there.
Oh, really?
The pain was always there. So I even got to know about that condition after surgery for another condition, reproductive condition. I had very bad fibroids. So when the doctor went to remove the fibroids, he came and told me,
you also
the post-review, op-review, why didn't you tell me you have endometriosis? I'm like, I didn't know I have endometriosis. Have you always had painful periods? Yes, I suffered all my girl, womanhood. Yeah. So anyway, by that time, you can imagine the quality of my life was very poor. So yes, I'm going about my I'm doing all these psychology courses I'm talking about, but then when I go home, when I'm on my periods, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in bed. Yes.
People may not understand you. They might even think you don't have the resourcefulness.
Thank you.
This is a woman thing.
Yeah, why can't you bear it?
Why can't you bear it? We do it. You know the way we tell our girls?
Yeah.
Yes, we do this thing.
Yeah.
Why are you in bed?
Yeah.
And even at the workplace, I think that. Yeah.
Yes.
We are not sensitive to that.
No, we are not.
We put men and women the same.
At the same level.
But we are not.
No, that's a mistake.
Different.
Oh, Lois, that's a discussion for another day.
I know.
But I am so passionate about that. If we get started, we'll totally veer off course. I can assure you of that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a terrible experience. I was anemic. I had lost weight.
Yes.
So anyway, when I ended up doing 3 major surgeries in 3 years from that time of that diagnosis. And after that, I have been rebuilding my health. I now have to rebuild. Literally rebuilding nutrients. I had to rebuild my blood. Yes,
to the adequate level.
Yes, I had to rebuild my mind because my mind had become conditioned to pain.
Yes, exactly.
So I didn't even know how to live without pain.
Yes.
So I would actually get phantom pain.
Yes, I hear you.
You see. So I had to figure a way out of that situation. Yes. So that is one adversity I would say that has really informed.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
My passion for wellness.
Yes.
Because for me it's holistic.
It's holistic.
Yes.
I can really now see it's actually holistic.
Yeah.
And I can imagine when ladies are going through an adversity like what you face, it's impacting the relationships.
It does.
You come with moods as a mother to your children.
Yes.
Your spouse is wondering what's happening
what
to
my wife. What do I do with this? Yeah.
Yes. What is all this?
Yeah. My husband had to miss work.
Yes, I can
severally.
Severally.
Yeah, because I'm in so much pain.
You're in so much pain. So what would you tell our audience, to women who are out there, who have something like that? That is something that is common to men, and we suffer without knowing. What would you tell them?
The first thing I usually say is painful periods are not normal.
They are not normal.
Go get checked. It's not normal to have painful periods.
Yes.
Something is amiss.
Something is amiss.
Go get checked. That's the first thing. Go talk to a gyna. If that gyna does not listen to you, look for another one until somebody listens. Until somebody listens, seek help. It's not normal. It's not normal for your 16, 13, 14-year-old girl to be having painful periods. It's not normal.
It's not normal.
No, it's not.
Wow.
It's not.
Wow.
So get checked.
That is enlightening.
Get your girls checked. That's the first point. The second very important point, Lois, I want to point out is manage your stress.
Wow.
Because now the more I have read about conditions like endometriosis, the more information I'm getting about the link between stress levels in women and endometriosis. So we need to get well. We need to learn. We need to build these internal resources for our own physical health even. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been an interesting conversation, and I love the way we are bringing in the holistic wellness in this conversation.
Yeah.
And now, Sarah, you have been in this field, you've helped ladies, because as a mental wellness consultant, you are working with both men and female.
Yes.
And this conversation is about the woman.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, what lessons have you learned, especially now as a woman, as a mother, as a wife? What lessons would you like to share with our audience that have really helped you in this journey? Because we said it's not a destination.
No, it's not.
It's a journey of becoming.
So let's start with the lessons. I know you are big on leadership.
Yes.
I don't think there is a field that teaches you leadership like motherhood.
Like motherhood. It's everything.
Honestly.
Yes.
Because you're not just leading that small group of people like at your department. It's a generation.
I love the aspect of generation.
Yes, it's generational. I find that very important to ground me, to remember that it's not just about my 2 children.
Yes.
It is that they have children after them and children after them. You see?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So I would say the first lesson I have learned is to have a clear vision and mission.
Wow. That's powerful.
You have, as a mom, as a mother, you must have a clear vision and mission of where you're leading these children to. Because a mother is a character craftsman and a destiny shaper.
Wow.
You are molding day by day character in these children. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you are molding character.
You are molding.
You are either putting them on their destiny, their path to their destiny, or veering them off away from it.
That's true.
Whether you know it or not.
Yes.
So these small mundane things we do at home, clean after yourself, take that cup to the kitchen, say sorry to your sister.
Yes.
You know, share your toys, you know, clean after yourself.
Yes.
Don't talk to the house girl like that. She's a human being like you. Those small things we do that we don't think are really that big. You're actually crafting a character in this child.
That is true.
You see,
that is true.
You are passing on something that they will pass on to their child, to the next child.
Yes.
Number 2, for those of us who are Christians and rely on the Bible for inspiration, in the Bible, God spoke to women about their children's destiny.
Yes.
He appeared to them.
Wow.
He appeared to Rebecca.
Yes.
And told Rebecca, you have 2 nations in your womb. He did not tell Isaac to go tell Rebecca. No.
Wow.
When it was time for Samson to be born, he appeared to Samson's mother. In the fields.
Wow.
He did not appear to Samson's father.
Interesting. I've never seen it that way.
When the Hebrew children would be giving birth, as they are pushing out that child, the name they would give that child would place them at their inheritance in the promised land.
Positionally.
Yes.
Yes.
When it was time for John the Baptist to be born, who did God appear to?
Wow.
He spoke to Elizabeth. When it was time for Jesus himself to be born, who did he go to?
Same thing, Sarah.
To Mary.
To Mary.
We are the destiny custodians, of our children.
Wow.
Whatever word you're uttering to that child, you are shaping their destiny. You're speaking life or death to that child.
That is so true.
That's why you must have a clear vision and mission.
Exactly.
Because to co-work with God.
Yes.
For that child to reach where God intended them to go.
Yes.
You have to work with God.
That is so true.
So you have to be so clear in your mind that I am a co-worker.
I'm a co-worker.
That's the higher purpose.
You are co-creating with God.
Yes. You are co-creating. So for me, that's the first tool. Clear vision and mission. What am I here to do? If I am a mother, this is a task. I am crafting character and I am shaping destiny.
Yes.
Period.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm just now remembering how women, we downplay ourselves.
Thank you.
We dim our light.
Completely.
I don't know where this conditioning came from.
It's capitalism.
We don't see ourselves as the destiny shepherds. Of generations.
Of generations. I'll tell you where it came from briefly. It's because we live in a society where if I cannot monetize this thing, then it has no value. So because we cannot place a price tag on motherhood, So what does she do all day?
Yes. What is she
Umeshinda
doing?
ukifanya nini?
Yes.
Because we can't place a price tag on that.
On that.
We can't say she earned 10,000 shillings today. Then we don't place value on it. That's where the problem is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah.
This has been really, really enlightening. I'm wondering, what would be your last word now to our audience?
You asked what legacy I want to leave.
Yes.
I simply want to be remembered by the quality of children.
Wow.
I leave behind, honestly,
yes.
Loice.
Yes.
You can see you can tell I'm big on motherhood
now
already.
Now you're big on motherhood. I love this.
I strongly feel it doesn't matter what else I achieve. It doesn't matter how much money I make.
No.
I will be remembered first by my children.
Your children.
And their children's children.
Yes.
Because it'll be like Shosho used to do this and that.
Yes.
The quality of what I will leave behind will be encapsulated in that family. That's what will matter at the end of the day.
Wow.
So even if I serve the world and I do great things out there, as long as I don't achieve at home, I don't leave these things that I'm talking about in them, then I won't have a legacy.
That is true.
I won't have a legacy because they are the custodians of my legacy. Wow. So they'll be saying, oh, mommy was busy in the world, mommy did this, but she never had time for us.
Wow.
No, I want them to say, mommy gave her all to us. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
That has been truly, truly amazing.
You're welcome.
And we thank God for this opportunity that we are enlightening people about wellness. And we've talked about wellness holistically. And to our viewers, I think that is the most important thing, that you focus on your wellness. And wellness is not just about your mind, it's your body, it's your soul set, it's your health set, it's all these things that build us together to be the woman after God's own heart. Thank you, and keep it here for the next show. Thank you.